Hello YouTube friends and welcome back to Renee Anita B. I think we're long overdue for a What Sold video. So let's get right to it. Let's see what sold in January. So here are 15 items that I sold in the month of January. Please keep in mind that I offer free shipping on all of my items. Most of my items ship first class, and the average shipping cost is between $4 and $5. The first item was a Kohl's Easter tea light candle holder. I bought this when we were on vacation a couple years ago. It was 50% off because it was right after Easter, so I think I paid about $1.50 for it. And it sold for the full asking price of $24.94. The next item was a pair of Build-A-Bear Workshop pink sweater boots or slippers. I paid $1 for these at a garage sale. I accepted an offer from an interested buyer and they sold for $14. The next item was a 2014 Schleich pig animal figure. I paid 50 cents for this at a garage sale when I was on vacation last spring. I accepted an offer and it sold for $12. The next item was a vintage ladies' Christmas handkerchief. I actually got this free from a friend. I sent an offer to an interested buyer and it sold for $18.94. The next item was a set of 2 Hallmark Autumn Leaves cookie cutters. I paid 76 cents for these at my local thrift store. After much negotiating, I accepted an offer and they sold for $11. The next item was an Avon Small Treasures mini Victorian woman figure. This would be an accessory for like a small Christmas village. I paid 38 cents for this at my local thrift store and it sold for $10. The next item was a set of 3 mini Easter figurines with jeweled eggs. Again, this was something I picked up at my local thrift store. I didn't even find them all at the same time. There were 2 pieces that were parts of a train, and then there was a third piece that kind of matched them. I think I paid a total of $1.49 for the 3 pieces. I accepted an offer, and they sold for $11. The next item, I was excited that this finally sold. It was a vintage velvet and silk tie crazy quilt sampler. I'd picked this up at a Goodwill store several years ago. I believe I paid $14.99 for it. I sent an offer to an interested buyer and it sold for $80. Remember, it did have free shipping and that was a heavier item, so it cost just over $10 to send it. I was excited when I saw the buyer was from Iowa because I knew that the shipping cost would be at a minimum. The next item was a 2018 Thai Beanie Boos Paw Patrol plush dog. Its name was Tracker. I purchased this at my neighbor's garage sale for 25 cents and it sold for the full asking price of $12.94. The next item was a set of 2 vintage Jewel Bright 3D diorama Christmas ornaments. I picked these up in December of 2020. It was a porch pickup during the pandemic. I paid $5 for a lot of Christmas stuff. These were just 2 of the ornaments that were in there, and they sold for the full asking price of $14.94. I had a lot of watchers and a lot of low offers on these before the Christmas season. And lo and behold, they sold for the full asking price in January, so I was glad I held out. The next item was a set of Flickback Trivia playing cards from the year 1942. I paid 47 cents for these at my local thrift store, and they sold for the full asking price of $10.94. The next item was a vintage 1986 Galoob Sweet Secrets Girl Charm. I had picked these up at a garage sale last September. There were 3 of them. I saw that they were dated from the 1980s. I think I paid 25 cents for all 3 of them. I already sold one of them for $26, and this one sold for $19.94. The next item was a set of 3 vintage retro dollhouse furniture pedestal chairs. These reminded me of like the space age theme. I paid $2.50 for a bag full of vintage dollhouse furniture. I finally started listing it, and this first set of 3 chairs sold for $19.94. What was I waiting for? The next item was a Lefton China Shamrock trinket dish. I paid $1 for this at a garage sale last fall, and it sold for the full asking price of $19.94. The next item was a vintage Relpo Shamrock smoking pipe planter. I got this free from my sister, and it sold to the same buyer that bought the previous item, so I was able to combine them and keep the shipping right around $10, and this item sold for $34.94. So those were 15 items that I sold in January. Hopefully you learned something that you might want to watch out for the next time you're out thrifting. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and click that thumbs up down below. That always helps my channel. I paid $1 for these at a garage sale. This is like for... I purchased this at my neighbor's garage sale. Ooh, what did I pay for it? I paid maybe $1. The sun's coming right in my eyes. The next item was a Lefton China Shamrock. That's a lot to say. And it sold to the same buyer that bought the Lefton China Shamrock trinket dish. That's a lot to say. As always, from my heart to yours, share love, not hate. Have a wonderful day.